Hey everybody, it's Steve Lennon. I got another theme review for you today, and this one is called the, I'm trying to spell it correctly or say it correctly, but it's E-I-D-D-O. So I'm going to say Eiddo or Eiddo. And it's a WordPress theme. It's for real estate agents, for agencies, for offices, and for real estate individuals who want to use, who want to promote their properties and their listings, and they want to be able to do all the things that real estate agents do in their daily lives to promote their business in their local areas. So let's go ahead and get started. What I will say about this particular theme, the first thing I noticed is that when I start showing you this particular theme, you'll notice that there's going to be a little bit of a lag time from the time that I load one feature to the next feature. Now, the reason that is not necessarily that the theme is slow. It has to do with the fact that it may be residing, the template or the one we're showing you may be sitting on a server at a server location that is a low bandwidth, or maybe somewhere in the world wherever it's residing right now. It could be India or somewhere else. That there's just slowness in the internet right now. So among other factors. So I don't want you to think that this theme would not load fast, because in reality it would load fast. It's on the Gutenberg framework for WordPress, which is the newest standard. So it should load very fast. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that it depends on what images you put in there. They optimize the images for speed. There's all kinds of other factors. So let's go ahead and get into this particular theme, and I think you're really going to like this one. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? Okay, we're in. So here's the theme. It's called, like I said, it's Eiddo theme. And just look at it from the beginning here. It just looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Black. When you scroll down, it's got big pictures here. So these are really nice looking. And look at it's got the highlight area here that pops out. So that looks really nice and clean. So let's talk about how could you use this particular theme? Well, there's a number of ways of doing it. You could be a real estate agent who uses it for their property listings. You could be an investor who has a series of projects that you're working on, communities, and you want to show the different communities. So we could show the communities in here, or the different styles of houses in here. So if you got a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom, studio apartment, whatever case may be, or you have a luxury and you have 3 or 4 different styles, we could set it up where we have imagery and pictures of those styles, change this verbiage to reflect that, and and strip out things as we need, or keep them in, depending on what your needs are. Also, if you're doing rentals, we could set up where the feed for the rental listings that are available can be popped in here, and people can get snapshot images in here of those particular properties. So another way to do it is we can actually take this whole section out, and we can put in an IDX feed of property listings and tiles, and have those go down the page as well. So now we come to the second section. You can tell that this is really, really a nice looking theme, because it's really it's elegant. I'll say I think it's very, very elegant, and you can have your call to action here, your value proposition, your capture phrase, and then right here, people's experiences. That would be your testimonials. Now we can either put images in here, or we can put in icons in here, little graphics, and things like that, with little comments in here based on what people's thoughts are. Now over here, we don't have to have Amsterdam and London and Lucerne and Switzerland, whatever. We could actually have this change out where the images would be communities. So you could be in like Las Vegas and have the different communities within Las Vegas, and have that be the focal point. And when people click on those particular images, it would reflect that particular search query of that particular locale within that community or series of communities. Okay. So it's just a nice way to look at it this way here, all the way across. Then you have your featured properties. You can put up a featured property here. We can strip this out as well. We don't have to have this section in here. There's many ways of doing it. It's just having a discussion and discovering what style, what look, what type of features and functions you want. So people's experiences, once again, another slider going down at the bottom. This stuff can be taken out and removed, or other things can be added. Just it's as far as the mind will perceive. We can put it together and make it look really nice. So let's go ahead and go back to the top here. So let's see how that works here. I'm going to go to a real estate agency version, And it's going to go ahead and load fast. That's good. And see how fast that loaded, by the way. Isn't that nice looking? So we can do the same thing. We could actually make this page the home page if we wanted to, this style. Have your agents in here, and if you have a team, we could have pictures of the team members. Let's say there's 5 or 6 team members, 5, 4, 3, whatever the case may be. We can have a slider that goes across and shows each one of them, and then it links to that particular agent's profile, that team leader's profile, let's say. Or you could even put in here, you could even put in your affiliates if you wanted to, if that's what your team was. You know, your processor, your underwriter, right? Your title rep, whatever it may be. So, pictures of those people. Put that in there, strip it out, whatever you want to do. Make it your own. It's just a matter of talking about it, you know. So, let's go ahead and go over to the next one, which would be apartment home. So if you're doing listings with apartments, it has the ability to manually insert the apartment monthly leasing prices. Same sort of concept. And we can just strip this out too if you're not doing, apartment sales or leases, and we can just not show that page. Then you have the map view, a map home view. So obviously this map would be adjusted to your locale, right? Right now it's just showing worldwide, but we would narrow it down to the local city and integrate it for you based on whether you have an IDX feed coming in or if you have a map view and you just want to do manual insertions of properties. Same sort of concept here. Most of these are pretty much the same, just subtle differences here. Now the one here for city properties, I'll click on that one. If you look at that one, they've decided to put, I kind of like this actually, they put up the top here. So if you had different, North Las Vegas, South Las Vegas, West Las Vegas, East Las Vegas, and, and luxury condos, something like that, you could do that here if you wanted to, or community names. We could also change it and just have it be like sub-levels, like luxury condos between 300,000 and 400,000, and single family residences and starter homes, or whatever the case may be. We can change out the image, change out what the verbiage is, and link it to where we want to link it. So you can tell how nice that looks, right? Take out the blocks, move the blocks in, make them look nice, that whole thing. So we've got that. So let's go to some of the pages real quick here. Let's go to the About Us page. So that's the About Us page. It looks really nice. And here's the Contact Us page. Now, obviously, we're going to change out the pictures to reflect your particular community. So if you're in a beach location, we would change it out to beach images, perhaps. And if you're in a mountainous range or in the snow, we would change it out to what reflects that particular community. Okay, and then let's go to listings. Let's go ahead and go to property list view. So it's got that. Now, I will tell you that this is really nice looking. We can have it mapped here, and when they click on a property, it would link to that particular property, like you're seeing right here. This style. Now, I will tell you, this is the stock version of this particular theme. If you have an IDX integration, if you have a feed coming in from your MLS, then we may have to make adjustments for this, and we would discuss with you the best options for you, both cost effectively and in the look and feel. Now, this stuff, what you see right here, happens to be what's been built into this particular theme if you do not have an MLS feed. So if you do have an MLS feed and you require an MLS feed, we would make accommodations and adjustments for this, because the feed that comes in has a certain look and feel, which we would replace what you see right here in this look and feel. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. So let's go to single property view. So you have a video in here, and you have a virtual tour and stuff like that. So we would just discuss what your needs are and what your budget is, and go from there. So you have a three column grid, a wide grid, 3 column wide grid. This is like I told you, some lag time sometimes because of the fact that it's come from somewhere in the world that might be slower, this sample site. You see how nice that looks, right? Can you imagine having that pop in with properties? Just a really nice look if you're into that particular style, right? And here's a 4-column wide grid. Take a second for it to load. Once again, the load is not caused by the speed of the site. It has to do with the server on the other side and where it's coming from all over around the world. And there may be some issues, traveling from where I'm located to where it's serving it up. Maybe there's some challenges. Maybe it's in Australia. Who knows, right? So, all right. So there's that. We did standard view, that 4-column. We have the gallery list view. Let's go ahead and go with the 3 wide, the gallery look. Take a second for it to load. And that's the gallery look. See how nice that looks? We could make the site look like that and have the properties pull in this way. And then when they pull in this way, when they click on them, they actually get the single, each property single list view. All right, let's go ahead and go to the blogging page. Let's go ahead and go with the right sidebar. It's going to just show you one, whether it be right or left. It's pretty much the same thing. So if you're into blogging, you want to blog and you want to show your community that it matters, and you have discussion points and things about the community, and how the 7 best ways to get your house ready, that kind of stuff, then you can certainly do blogging on the site. So this is a blogging page. This is called the category page for blogs. And then when we click on it, in a second here, it's going to show what the actual, what a single blog would look like. You get people commenting. We could turn comments off, keep them on. We could have a section in here that has a call to action inside the blog, stuff like that. So very nice looking. Okay, so we got single post view. We already did all that. We don't need to go to shop. Elements we don't need to go to. Looks like we're good to go. Now a couple things up here on the top of the home page. We would have a section up here that we could place and replace this out that has the MLS login feature. So if you're logging into the site and as a consumer, and you create an account and you want to come back, we can have a link up there that says, "Hey, come back over here. Click on it. Let's go ahead and resume your search of listings through the MLS that you're using and the blog that the IDX integration you're using, and that works often very, very well. Capture leads, do things like that. So if you have certain plugins that you like, we can talk about those type of plugins. I can talk about social connections, social plugins, integrating Facebook as a pop-up right here so that you can have chat with Facebook and other means. It just goes on and on and on. There's all kinds of things to talk about. So what I'd like to do at this point is I'd like to just bring it back home here. See if we can go back to the primary site. And then I want to go ahead and show you how to contact me. So you obviously can get me on YouTube and Facebook and on Fiverr. Fiverr.com/SB Lennon. I do actual consultations for people on Fiverr. And with WordPress, I talk about strategies and I do a strategy session and a consult session, both together, and I give people information that they need to help better their lives, get the information they need to build out a site and make it so that the site actually pays itself back. And depending on what type of site you want, it can be any kind of site. I can give you some suggestions and ideas on what to do to grow your presence and make it so it's worthwhile to have something on the internet. In today's world, you really want to have a website on the net, and there's a lot of different reasons with Google My Business now, with Yelp, and with all the other over 230 citation companies, directories, where you can be noticed and known, and they all talk to each other. They don't tell you that, but they talk to each other. They scan each other, and they're in competition with each other, the citation companies, the directories. And because that is a fact, if your competitor is going in there and adding all kinds of citations on, a bunch of the different citations out there like Yelp and AOL directories and Yellow Pages and all the different places, and you're not, then you're going to pop up in search. They're going to get all the calls, and you're going to have to pay for calls and do other things to get your calls. So why not take advantage of that stuff? So we could talk about that as well. So go ahead and contact me right here, 949-648-7563. And you can also get a hold of me on stevelinen.net, stevelinn.net, and I need a WordPress website.com. And you can also go to my other site, and I'll take you there real quick. Back over here, if you go to stevelinen.com, this is where I do reviews, and I'm actually doing a review that I'm going to post on this particular site about what we're talking about right now. But you can go ahead and check out all my other reviews of other website themes. I will be doing plugins and doing product reviews and technology reviews and all kinds of stuff on this particular site in the coming year. So I'd love to have you come back, check it out, check out the different products that are out there, the software as a service, what's called a SaaS, and how that can help you, and what's called micro SaaS. There's all kinds of things that I'm going to be talking about. So it'll be a wealth of knowledge for you. You'll be able to have more information than you do today in most cases, and help you with your business. So I appreciate the opportunity. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Contact me through the different places that you find me, and we'll go from there and see if I can help you out. So have a great day. Take care.